Humor Mill TV, Frank Holder here outside of a brand new play starring Mr. Brian White. Can you please introduce to the fans what play you're starring in?
Oh yeah, y'all gotta check it out. We're coming to every city in the United States starting February 4th, South Carolina, in David E. Talbert's What My Husband Doesn't Know. And this is hot. I've never seen a play like this. It's like a film, TV show, Broadway production, all rolled into one. I mean, David's taking this to the next level. Check us out.
So we're not going to get too much in depth until we do another full-blown interview. We're going to do a nice sit-down one, but what we're going to ask you first is, you did films and now you're doing what's called basically theater. What's the transition like from doing film to this? How is it?
I mean, that's a unique answer for David E. Talbert. There's 3 or 4 other big play companies, and they put on theater, Broadway-style productions. David does that as well, but the storytelling is a little bit more subtle. You know, he shoots the play live and turns it also into a movie. So we're actually preparing for this as if it were a film. And I think that's what's special about David. There's more subtleties in the writing. There's a lot of different colors and layers, and it feels very real, like you're watching a film, but then all of a sudden you have these huge songs, overwhelming songs, and Nesby and Michelle Williams are killing it. So it's I'm excited to be a part of it. I've never sat down in a theater and seen something quite like this.
Well, you just basically just touched on my next question, which is going to be how you think you're going to adjust to be obviously in front of a live audience. You're used to being in film, now you're in front of a live audience.
But there's a little bit of both. I started out on sitcoms, and back when I was doing sitcoms, we had a live audience. I think kind of when UPN closed, they stopped doing live audiences, and that's a lot of what this is like. That was really good training, holding for laughter, you know, on the fly, not knowing how long your windows are going to be when you have to be silent and keeping your character's life going is great training for film and TV. That's why theater's the best proving ground for all actors, because there's no second takes. You know, the audience is going to call you out if you're whack. And so we have to live it, be real, and you know, rise to the challenge. So it's going to be exciting. David's risen to the challenge. Michelle has definitely risen to the challenge. And you know, our singers, that's something I can't do. It's inspiring to be around people that are, you know, so gifted, and it's pushing me to want to make sure that I'm bringing 110% with what I'm bringing to the show. And it's going to be a good one.
All right. Well, the ladies, I'm sure, are going to come out to see you. You know, David did this thing with Morris, and he opened up big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Not that you can't fill those shoes, obviously you can. But being now cast as like the sex symbol of the play, does that?
Nah, man. I mean, sex symbol is not anything I can control. You know, if somebody, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So if you're beheld as sexy, then thank you. Thank you very much. I can't do anything about it. This is how I get up. You know, so I'm sure some people think I'm ugly and some people don't. So thank you to both of you for even knowing who I am. And, you know, I'm just going to try and keep putting my best foot forward, bring the messages. You know, I choose projects like this because they have good messages. I mean, this play is about finding out what's important in your life, about family, about what that means. You know, when you evaluate the things you have, finding out where the diamonds are and what's just rocks in your life. And, you know, when I can be a part of that, then I feel whole, I feel complete, I feel fulfilled, and that's what we're doing here. So as far as the sex appeal, if that puts butts in the seats, ladies, I will see you there. And yes, the shirt will be off. But you know, hopefully you'll take away some of the message as well, because David's really worked hard to put it in.
Well, last question. Now you're getting ready to do theater. Are you prepared for the long haul where theater's basically going to do? Because the film is, you know, 2 or 3 months. Man, all right, really, that's the real. If y'all really want to know, this is what the real acting business is about. No frills. We're not flying first class. We're flying coach. We ain't staying at 5 stars. I usually stay in the Ritz when we shoot a film. We ain't staying in the Ritz. And I mean, you know, you have 5-star craft service, cracked crab and lobster. Not on this. And you know, you're here because you love doing it. You're here because you want to touch people. You're here because you want to shake people's hands and meet them. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a long haul. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not like one big Broadway show and that's a wrap. It's not like we're staying in one state. We're bussing and we're training and we're planing, and we're coming to see y'all. So starring who? Brian White?
You're starring your boy Brian White, Michelle Williams, and Nesby, written by Mr. David E. Talbert, Clifton Davis. It's hot. Hot to death. Check us out.